get started, please make sure to like and subscribe and share our videos. Follow us.
Chit chat with us. Make requests. We take requests. Is there a movie you want us to review? Let us know. We'll do it. Shout you out on the show. Oh, you can also find us on Cash App. If you have a legitimate company and you'd like to sponsor us, just hit our inbox.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Any donations are appreciated. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You can catch us on all of those platforms, all right? So like, subscribe, share, follow, chat. Now we want to talk about primates.
Did I ever tell you that I used to want a pet monkey?
I want one now. I want Caesar specifically for Planet of the Apes, but I want one.
You know, I used to want one like when I was younger, but that's before I was, you know, I saw these news things where freaking monkeys be ripping people's faces off and stuff.
There was a lady that happened. I don't think it's not typical for them to act like that.
Yeah, but still,
the lady that did happen to, I know they were, I don't know what she's at in the process now, but they were rebuilding her face.
She had to get a whole new face.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was wrong with the monkey at the time or what happened, you know. But every animal has its.
Yeah, see, I don't need an animal in my house that's gonna potentially snap on me and rip my face off. I just
any animal could turn on you though. It could
and
be
that's
a dog,
why I don't
a
have
cat.
pets. That's why.
Aww, but they need your love.
Okay, I also don't have pets because I've been allergic, you know, for a long time. But then I've recently got shots, so I'm technically not allergic. But I also, never mind.
But anyway,
at this point,
I still want one. Is what I'm saying, and I'm not allowed to have one here. So, but I still want one. I think
even after seeing Primate.
Well, even after Primate, you know, stuff happens. Okay. You know.
Well, let's get into it.
Yeah.
So it's rated R.
Mm-hmm.
It's an hour and 29 minutes. It stars Johnny Sequoia, Jess Alexander, and Troy Kotzer.
So what's going on with Primate? Because this mofo is crazy AF.
Okay, so a group of friends, tropical vacation turns into a terrifying primal tale of horror and survival.
Okay, let's dig into this. Was the monkey insanely crazy? Yes, I noticed first that the monkey looks insanely crazy. So I'm like, how did they do this? Was this CGI? Was this, you know, different? No, they actually used different effects like they did with Cujo.
Mm-hmm. And an actor,
mixed.
a human actor.
Yep.
Yeah,
they did all that with Cujo.
Yeah, the chimp effects in the movie are mostly practical. Director Johannes Roberts said Ben is played by an actor, Miguel Torres Umba. Is that his name? And the filmmaking team used prosthetics and puppetry to make him into a convincing, frightening animal.
You did just that.
We did build all these animatronics, sculpts, and stuff. There's like a million different things we use there. If any of you have seen behind the scenes of Cujo, seen all the different varieties of things that happen on that, it's kind of that. It's kind of that thing. It's that kind of thing. I could go on for ages about how the different crazy things we bought, but for me, the big thing was we had to have a personality. I wanted, in a sense, almost Freddy Krueger.
He has a personality, and they were very effective in using all the different prosthetics and human and all that because he was crazy looking. He was scary looking.
You know what? This is what ruined it for me.
I liked it.
I know you liked it, and lots of other people like it. It's getting pretty good reviews, but I didn't love it personally.
Right.
And I feel like there was times I could tell when it was the human actor versus the other things that looked more like a chimpanzee. Yeah, because like his head looked bigger and his hands looked bigger. I'm like, what the heck? That looked janky to me. And then also, I'm just going to get into it. I'm sorry. I'm just going to. So the chimpanzee has rabies. That's not giving anything away, right?
He can't help,
but then
Cujo. Just like Cujo.
You learn if you just do a quick Google search, and even in the movie they say they don't have rabies in Hawaii. No animals have rabies in Hawaii. Do you get an explanation on how this chimpanzee who's been with this family for years got rabies, other than got it from a mongoose? I need to see how the mongoose got it in an island where there's no rabies. Okay.
Well, you can't even own a chimpanzee in Hawaii anyway, so maybe the location maybe have not the best.
So then this is all just.
There's like 22 states where you can't own a chimpanzee.
Yeah.
So there's only a few, and the ones that you can, it's extremely strict.
So they should have rethought the location.
Maybe location, yeah.
And did it somewhere where A, you can get rabies, and B, you can own a chimpanzee. Because
most
that
of us,
was dumb to me.
If I wasn't doing notes for us to review, I wouldn't have known that you can't own a chimpanzee in Hawaii.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't have known that either.
I wouldn't have bothered. I just watched the movie.
I wouldn't have known that either, but in the movie, they specifically said, Hawaii, there's no rabies in Hawaii. Mm-hmm. And then when I looked it up, too, it also said, in general, there's no rabies in Hawaii. And the whole you can't own.
Yeah.
Because I'm like...
But if you don't know that beforehand, it's not going to affect you watching the movie.
To me,
like I didn't zoom in when they said Hawaii and then let me check. Can you do this really? I don't do that when I watch movies. Right. I just happen to know because of me writing the notes. Had I not known that, it would have went right over my head. I wouldn't have noticed it.
Yeah. To me, this whole story was just not smart.
It was
I
basic.
didn't like that, and I was like hoping for better. I mean.
As opposed to any other animal attack movie.
Like a B movie to me. It just...
Oh, wow. You thought it was like a B? Wow.
Yeah. It just was not good at all. It just was dumb.
Now, it wasn't made cheap. It doesn't look cheap when you're watching it. It's not like a B-rated movie you might see on Tubi or something. Or on Amazon Prime.
To me, they might as well have just put it on Tubi.
I think it could have maybe went streaming, like to Master or Peacock or Paramount or something like that.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad that I watched it. I like how gory and violent the chimpanzee was. And he looked scary to me. And I liked when he got violent.
Yeah, but the people were dumb. They did dumb stuff. They
were young.
Dumb stuff.
They were young.
Care. They weren't that young. They were teen and above.
Like
teen and early 20s.
Maybe early 20s.
So, come on.
You know, they seen that chimpanzee. Oh, how cute is it? And then something happened that the chimpanzee couldn't help. I mean, they did try to stick together for a bit, you know.
They tried just too hard to just make this thing work with the stupid storyline. I'm telling you. Okay, look. I'm about to give like one small spoiler, so if you want to mute me for 30 seconds, you could do that. There's a part where the girls had met these guys on the plane, and they called them for help. And yes, the guys are drunk, but they're still like, help us, help, we need help, and this is our address. So they come there alone. They come there alone, thinking
they could do it.
They could do something. I mean, they walk through the house, see all this damage, and they still like not calling the cops and stuff. Like,
because they thought they could. They probably think that I can do it. I can do it myself. I'll go ahead and do it. I'll be big, oldie man. Fortunately, the chimpanzee has several up on.
They weren't acting like I could do it. They were just acting like they were still horny or something. Like. It was just not smart writing. I don't know.
You just didn't like the script.
No, I did not like the script.
It was on average. It was on average to me. What saved it for me was the viciousness of the chimpanzee. But the storyline was about average. It wasn't, anything spectacular. But it was a fun watch for me, just seeing what was going to happen. Because it's like, this thing is crazy. He's murderous. He's vicious. And he's gory. And I just wanted to see what was going to happen. Like, if they came out with a part 2, I would absolutely see it. Because I like this kind of stuff. Yeah, the storyline is likely not going to be great like it isn't in most horror movies. In most horror movies, the storyline is kind of basic. A little bland sometimes. But I liked it. I had fun with it. I would say if you go matinee it, just know you're going to see a lot of good gore in there. But I would say matinee it.
I would say that too.
Yeah.
If you do decide to go. But I personally would say just wait till it's streaming. Troy Kotzer confirmed that he asked Johans, the director, to conceal the prop of a character's mutilated corpse until shooting so his reaction would be genuine.
Yeah.
His acting was good, and the fact that he really is deaf in real life. Mm-hmm. And then that part of the story, that writing, the way he came in, he can't hear, so he doesn't know what's going on. That was genuine. I like that part of the story. That was real. The rest of the stuff, they did some dumb stuff.
Which goes into what we're going to talk about now, your next fun fact, which I want to talk about.
Troy Kotzer, who plays Lucy's deaf father, Adam, is himself deaf. And he was born in Mesa, Arizona.
Hey, Arizona. Mm-hmm. And we got to give, anytime they use actors who are really deaf and are true to the casting, we give props for that.
Yeah.
So, yes. And he's a
I'm
good
so
actor.
happy to see him being in more and more things. Mm-hmm. He's been busy, and he's a good actor. He's a great actor.
Yes, he is, and he did a good job. I like his method there. Not want to see the prop of the dead body. Yeah, that's some good acting there. That's you're dedicated to your role. I like him. Yes, hope to see him some more stuff too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are there any post-credit scenes? There is one at the very end of the credits, but it's just a computerized voice, and I didn't stay for it, but on my Run P app, they said it sounded kind of like Dora the Explorer. So the chimpanzee does use he has a tablet in the movie, because this, they have him in their home because their mom was a linguist, and she was learning, teaching him how to communicate with them. So that's
Jane Goodall-ish.
Yeah. So that's why they had the chimpanzee at the home in the first place, which maybe explains why they were allowed to have him in Hawaii. I don't know. They needed a little bit more backstory, I guess. But anyway, I think that's probably what you're hearing at the very end of the credits. So it's not really anything to stay around for, but if you want to, that's what you'll hear.
This is a movie that's just on the surface. There's
reals.
really nothing beneath. It's just on the surface. One of those movies that you're just
As I
see.
used to say, take your brain out and leave it at home.
Yeah, because don't get all deep like Jules talk about Hawaii, because then you're going to make yourself ask other questions.
At the
time,
it's not even. I wasn't even
surface.
thinking about the Hawaii stuff when I was, when I went to see it. I wasn't even thinking about that. I didn't even know where it was set. I didn't even, nothing. Like I said, in the movie, they say themselves, there's no rabies in Hawaii. So I'm like, I need more of a backstory then. Why would you not give us a story on how rabies came to Hawaii? But my whole gripe is just with the people in the movie and how they reacted to this chimpanzee.
They're horror movie characters.
I thought that it was dumb. Yeah, it's like when you see somebody running and there's nothing in their way and they fall.
Yeah, it's a horror movie trope.
They did all the tropes in this, and it just irritated the heck out of me. So the tomato meter's giving it 79%.
Okay.
The popcorn meter's giving it 72%. And the Thommi clapper meter is giving it
a 3. Okay. It was like I said, it's just a basic on the surface movie. Nothing to dig through. So I'm just giving it a nice 3.
And the Jules meter is giving it 1.5 clappers.
Wow.
And that's mainly for Troy Kotzer's acting part.
Okay.
Because like I said, his is real. You can't hear them, so he's that was real. And then the gore parts were interesting, but it just was not smart.
It was
so
average.
Holes.
But if you enjoy gore and things like that, you'll want to see this because it's fun.
I mean, there were some parts where I was like, it's
ew,
very gory.
Like, my goodness.
So I don't know, you want to think about before taking your kids. Is this one? Because,
I still want a chimpanzee or an ape. Yes, I do. I don't know if I'll ever own one. If I'll live somewhere where I can own one, but I'm sure you got to have a ton of land and security features and all kind of stuff. But I still want one. This doesn't turn me off. The chimpanzee couldn't help it. Just like Cujo couldn't help it.
You need to watch Monkey Shines.
I've seen all those.
And all of them.
I've seen all those. As a matter of fact, I watched Monkey Shines 2 months ago.
You know what? I was watching a show where they were interviewing some of these actors and stuff, and they're young, but she's like, and I think this is the first movie where they use a monkey, and I'm thinking, there's Monkey Shines, and
there's literally a ton of them that. Yeah,
but she's too young to know, probably. So.
Yeah, they'll get there eventually. But yeah, it was just fun for me. I was like I said, matinee it. If not, if it comes on the streaming and it's $4.99, I don't think you regret paying for it. Yeah, you wouldn't regret. But there you have our review of Primate.
I mean, I guess I can see if you were with a group of friends, and especially since a lot of these movie theaters.
Thank you for interrupting me. And you are closing.
You have some drinks, and you're out having fun.
I think I didn't have anything to drink. It was just fun. Like I said, it's just on the surface. Nothing to get too deep about. Yes.
I'm losing it.
But again, as we said, check us out: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Cash App. Like, subscribe, share, follow. Tell us what you still want to see, and we got you covered. All right. Thank you very much for tuning in to Primate, and we'll see you back soon. Bye bye.